Howdy folks, I'm your host Mighty Bjorn, and today for you I have a video going to cover some basic pistol drills. As you can tell, I'm all tacticaled up, and that's because, well, if you're not out of the range or the woods or wherever you're going to go training with your gear, when shit hits the fan, you ain't going to be ready. So my advice, train with your gear on. Anyway, going to cover some very basic pistol drills. This is kind of a primer to get people kind of attuned to how to train, things of that nature. Now, I'm pretty much going to skip past to the point where you've already learned the proper gun safety. You've already learned how to handle your gun. You've already learned how to clean and maintain your gun, and you've learned how to be safe with your firearm. So, let's get some basics over with. I'm going to put my ears on here because I'm going to be doing some talking and shooting at the same time. Okay, so here's the thing. I would say that the first place to really start is learning how to draw your firearm. Now, you can do this at home, obviously with an empty gun. My gun is loaded, so I'm not going to show a step-by-step, but essentially, you want to, what's the best way to put it? Well, we'll just go with the military, okay? You crawl, you walk, you run. All right, so crawling is learning your basics of handling your firearm safely, learning how to clean and maintain it, figuring out what kind of draw you're going to use, what kind of stance you're going to use, what type of ammo you're going to use, things of that nature, okay? And then you want to get acquired to whatever stance you're getting into. You want to just practice drawing, which I'm having issues drawing because I'm not hitting the button. Drawing your gun, do it slow, and getting into whatever stance it is you're going to be getting into. Okay? So that's the place to start. Just keep practicing that. At your house. You know? You don't even have to pull the trigger, folks. You don't need the gun loaded to learn how to just to do that. This is the crawl stage. This is learning. Learning how to do something is important. Learning the basics. Okay? If you're going to get in a weaver stance, then get in your weaver stance. Okay? Just learn how to do that. Practice it over and over again. You want it to be second nature. And actually an issue I'm having with, I said just a little bit ago about training with your gear. You get your gear, train with it. I'm still not used to training with gloves. So this is kind of part of the crawl process. I got to learn how to use all this gear. Okay? So I'm still having issues. I could do it barehanded, no problem. But doing it with gloves on is a little bit different. The gun feels a little different in my hand. So I'm still learning that, okay? Now, once you get it down to that you got it pretty much down to subconscious where you're drawing and you're presenting your firearm correctly, that's the point where you get out to the range and start practicing live with real ammo, okay? Because the range, or wherever it is you're going to train, maybe your campsite or out in the woods, wherever, is going to be a safe location to train in. You want a safe environment to train in, a safe controlled environment. Now obviously, looking at the sky, not very controlled weather-wise, but that's, you know, this is still a controlled environment. I don't have to worry about anybody being in front of me, or at least I shouldn't have to worry about anybody being in front of me because this is a closed private range. Okay. Now, to start with the next part, learning to shoot. Okay? Bring your gun up, get it in, safety off, fire one shot, put it back on safe, put your gun down, look, bring it back in the holster. You're only firing one shot. But You're going to do it a lot. Okay? And whatever stance, you want to practice with whatever stance you're going to present your handgun with. Okay? So that's what you're always going to want to do. You're just going to pull out, bring it back. Why am I doing this? Because I am practicing drawing, presenting my gun to the target, firing that one shot. Okay? You're going to want to do that over and over until it becomes second nature. Muscle memory is key when it comes to using a firearm in a self-defense scenario. Now, when reloading, you want to get your gun up into your workspace, right here. I can see my firearm and I can see targets in front of me. The magazine, I am putting my index finger on the front of the magazine. I am going to guide that in. Slam it into place. Okay? That's another thing you're going to want to practice. You can practice that at home. Okay? Now this time I'll run the gun till it's dry, because now I'm going to amp up my practice. I'm going to go from firing 2 shots or 1 shot at a target to 2 shots at that target. So now let's draw. Good Lord, I'm having so many issues finding that button today. Okay, draw, get into stance, back on safe, bring it down, handgun back in the holster. Okay? That's all you're going to do over and over again. So I'm getting my finger on it, but I'm not. Big old fat hands. Wonder if my holster didn't shift a little bit. See, it's right there, but it didn't want to release. And I'm doing it slow. Why am I doing it slow? Because I want to learn. I want to learn how the gun is going to recoil in my hand. Okay? You want to learn the little subtle things right now, so that way you can do the harder things later. And I'm just going to stand here and practice this a few more times until I'm out of ammo. All right. I'm going to show you the next phase of the process here in a minute. I need to go reload magazines. Got my gun reloaded. Now I got 2 targets out here, and I'm going to ramp it up a little bit more. I also got rid of the gloves because honestly they're not helping with the demonstration. I need to spend more time practicing while wearing those gloves. But all right, so now we're back to where we were, but this time I'm going to ramp it up. I got 2 targets out there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop 2 shots, and then I'm going to pop 2 shots, and then I'm going to reholster, clear, reholster. All right, so here we go. Safety off. As the safety didn't go off. holster. And then now I'm just going to practice this over and over again. Gripping the gun, getting it out of the holster, safety off. As the target's now floating in the air, shoot that guy again. It's kind of windy out here, so my targets are doing whatever they want to do. And actually, let's do a tactical reload, because actually, I think, oh, I was wrong. I still have one more shot in the mag. Back in the holster. Come on, wind, work with me here today. There we go. I think I can shoot it now. And that's essentially what I want to do. I want to practice getting and standing. Now, I can ramp this up even further. And I would say this is like where you're getting, you know, you're decent, you're comfortable with getting 2 shots on each target. What I'm going to do is 2 shots, 2 shots, 2 shots. Okay, here we go. And that's it. But either ways, folks, what it's all about is once you get your gear, get it on, get out to the range, and practice. That's just some basic drills just to get you going. And this is where you should start before you're doing any other kind of drills like, what is it, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drill or whatever the hell it is, or 1 to 5 drill, or, you know, there's 20 different kinds of drills out there, probably more. You got recon drills and, you know, changeover, transition drills in the whole 9 yards, and failure to feed drills and jam drills in the whole 9 yards. Start here first. This is the building blocks. This is what's going to get you going to doing the more advanced tactical stuff. Anyway, folks, hopefully you all enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have yourself a wonderful day.